today we are making a classic and one of my absolute favorites, crunchy baked tacos. This is a recipe that was inspired by something that I grew up eating because it's my mom's favorite, Jack in the Box monster tacos. I'm gonna show you how it's done. So the first thing I've done, I've preheated my oven to 400. I've also got a sheet pan lined with parchment paper. And we're going to start off by making a really delicious but simple ground beef mixture for our tacos. So what I've got here is I've got a white onion, not a yellow. You could use yellow though if you prefer. And we just need about 1/4 cup. You're going to want it diced pretty fine. I'd say that's close to 1/4 cup. Whoop, not in my ranch water. Do a little bit of cooking fat down there, just like a tablespoon of oil. And then of course, our meat. So on my blog, I have a recipe that's been there forever, like I mentioned, and it's with ground turkey, but you can do anything you want here. You can even do chicken, but today I'm just gonna do some grass-fed beef. So while that's going, we're gonna get all of our seasonings for our taco meat. Now, of course, you could use store-bought taco seasonings, but if you want the best tacos, making it homemade is always a good call. So I've got all these goodies going in. Where's my measuring spoon? All right, so we're gonna do, there we go, a teaspoon of salt, half a teaspoon of black pepper, half a teaspoon of chili powder, onion powder, dried oregano, garlic powder, and some cumin. And we're just gonna break up this beef with the back of a spoon until it's all nice and brown. It's just gonna take like 5 to 7 minutes. You really wanna like dice up and chop up whatever meat you're using pretty small, so you don't have like big hunks of meat in there when we fold over the tacos, that it's all nice and smooth in the center. I have a recipe in my book that has like chicken tinga crunchy baked tacos. I have the turkey tacos that's on the blog. So again, you could do shredded brisket, shredded pork, anything your heart desires. So once you have your meat browned, we're gonna add in a can of diced green chilies. This is just 4 ounces, and I don't find these spicy, and neither do my kids, so just don't get the really spicy ones. These are mild. I've got a can of that, and then this is always what I do whenever I make any sort of taco meat, is I add a tablespoon of tomato paste, and this is gonna kind of help absorb any of that fat up, but still leave it in there, which makes it oh so delicious. And toss that in until it's well combined. So Jack in the Box tacos were definitely one of my favorites. And this, I still need to work on getting like the filling of a Jack in the Box taco right. This is not the filling of Jack in the Box, so don't come at me on that one. I'm not sure what is in the filling of Jack in the Box tacos. Probably not even meat. I think it's like beans and meat maybe, like ground up into a paste. But we're gonna go a little bit more traditional, but with the Jack in the Box flair with these. We've got our meat mixture done. Now, I feel like there's plenty of that like stewy mixture down here, but if your meat looks a little bit dry, I would add 1/4 cup of broth to it. But you can see here that mine's looking pretty good, like a nice stewed meat. That's perfect for tacos. Okay, so now that we've got our meat all set, we're gonna just turn this off and scoot this over. Set that there. And we're gonna need another skillet to get our tortillas going. Cheese. I'm gonna grate up some cheese. You can, of course, omit the cheese, but we're not gonna do that in this kitchen today. And you can use whatever cheese you want. I'm using just a sharp cheddar. Okay, and then as far as tortillas go, I am using these grain-free and gluten-free Siete Foods almond flour tortillas. I think they crisp up really nicely, but you could use flour tortillas here or even corn. I find that corn are harder to like fold in half sometimes, depending on what brand you use. So I recommend going with flour. You need 8 tortillas for this recipe. And what we're gonna do is we're going to just get a skillet with like medium-low heat going over it, under it, over it, whatever you want to say, and add just a little bit of oil for each tortilla. And I'll show you why. So what we're gonna do is get these coated in the oil, but also it's gonna make our tortillas more pliable. These are pretty pliable themselves, but sometimes tortillas can be a little bit drier depending on how long you've had them. But this is gonna coat the whole tortilla in oil, and then that way it fries up in the oven. Got my chef fingers here, no tongs. Let's get it right in there. You're just gonna kind of wanna warm it up by getting that oil on both sides. Set it here, and then now we're gonna start filling as we go. So you could do this one at a time, but I'm a little crazy. I'm gonna get my tortilla warming while I fill up my tortilla over here. So you're just gonna wanna put on half of the tortilla some of that meat mixture, top it with the goods, and then you're gonna fold it right in half. We're just gonna keep going until they're all set. And this is definitely for all you moms out there where you can get the kids to help. You could do the tortillas, they can fill the meat, and add the cheese and fold them up. And then they miraculously think they cook, and then they miraculously eat better when they think they've cooked. That's my trick. Oh, Lord have mercy, I nearly forgot the cheese. That one got a little hefty. It's called The Awkward Kitchen. That should be the name of the series. And if any of your tortillas are looking dry because you were getting distracted like me, just brush a little bit more oil on top to make sure they get that nice fry. These are gonna go in the oven until we have that nice crispiness. I can't remember how long it takes, but I'm gonna just go ahead and guess 8 minutes. While that's baking, we are going to get our garnishes in there, and again, we're keeping it classy. We're going iceberg lettuce, and you're just gonna finely shred it up just like you would want in a classic beef taco. Tomato. Scoop out the center. This is a lot smarter of a way to scoop out the seeds of your tomato. Lettuce, tomato. All right, we got some lime. Last but not least, a little bit of chopped cilantro. Oh, nice and crispy. We're gonna let them cool for just a second. But you can see here, they've got that crispy edge, just like you want, but still that juicy center. Now we're gonna get these all cute. Whew, they're really hot. Let's wait another minute. So we're gonna put the iceberg in there, some of the tomatoes. We're gonna get these all stuffed, beautiful on a platter, so everyone can enjoy. And you know what? I probably will leave a few without the lettuce and tomato, because kids, they just really don't like lettuce. They are packing some heat. I mean, don't those look kind of fast food friendly? If they crack, they're still good. But I would advise on waiting maybe like a couple more minutes because my fingers are completely burned off. I think I lost all my fingerprints today. FBI won't be able to stop me now. Okay, we got a little grease on there. Let's do the lemons.
Limes.
These are limes. Do some limes over here. Some hot sauce. I hope you can hear the crunch. These are perfect. sometimes when you keep it classic, it's for a reason. I don't know what I thought I had something in my head.
felt really good about it.
This is a simple beauty. It's crunchy, it's got that classic filling, but it's just like turned up a little bit with the crisp. Cheers. You can find the full recipe to these crunchy baked tacos, which will be linked here. And I encourage you to get creative in your own kitchens. Like I said, it goes well with chicken, turkey, brisket, pork, whatever your heart desires. So have some fun in your kitchens, and I will see you next time.